Hello students, welcome to the Math Summer Camp Class 4 conducted by Young India. So the first topic that we are going to discuss is fractions. We will be discussing the subtopics in that as well. But the main topics that we are going to discuss today are fractions and decimals, which are very important for your further classes. So students, fraction is a part of a whole. To understand this better, I will be taking an example for you. So here, let us think this is a pizza. Now, if you just take the parts, how many parts are there? So this is the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight. So the number of parts should always be written in the down of the lower part of the fraction. Whereas how many parts is shaded means how many this shaded part is the part that I have eaten. I have eaten this shaded part, this one part. So I have eaten 1/8 part of the pizza. I have eaten 1/8 part. Now, if you just see, I am just coloring the second part as well. So if I just color the second part also, how many I have eaten? 2 parts out of 8 parts. In total 8 parts, I have eaten 2. So I will write it as 2/8. Whenever you are writing like this, we say this fraction is a part of a whole. This piece, these two pieces are there, no? They are a part. Means this whole pizza is whole. Fraction means a part of that pizza. Means 2 pieces by 8 pieces, like that. Okay, now here if you see, the upper part is known as the numerator and the lower part is known as the denominator. Always you have to remember that the upper part is the numerator, the lower part is the denominator. Okay, so this is the basic information regarding fractions. Now let us see the types of fractions. So in the types of fractions, we have like fractions, unlike fractions, proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed fractions and equivalent fractions. So these are the types of fractions. Coming to the first type of fraction, that is like fraction, when two fractions are having the same denominator, then it is known as like fraction. For example, 2/3, 1/3. So both are having the same denominator. So these both fractions are known as the like fractions. Whenever two or more fractions have the same denominator, then they come under like fractions. Coming to unlike fractions, it is the opposite of like fractions. So whenever two or more fractions have different denominators, then they are known as unlike fractions. For example, 2/3, 4/5, 8/9. Right. So here all these three fractions have different denominators. So whenever two or more fractions have different denominators, they are known as unlike fractions. Like and unlike fractions are opposite to each other. Coming to proper fraction, whenever the numerator means the upper part of a fraction is greater than the lower part, it is known as proper fraction. So whenever the numerator, n means here I am writing numerator, is less than the denominator, then it is known as proper fraction. Here if we take 4 is the numerator and 6 is the denominator. So 4 is less than 6. So this 4/6 fraction comes under proper fraction. Coming to improper fraction, it is exactly opposite to proper improper fraction. What is meant by improper fraction? Whenever the numerator is greater than the denominator, it comes under improper fraction. So the numerator should be greater than the denominator. Here in this case, the numerator is what? It is 6. Denominator is 4. Okay. So here 6 is greater than 4, which means the numerator is greater than the denominator. So whenever numerator is greater than denominator, it comes under improper fraction. If we take 24 by 30, it is a proper fraction because 24 is the numerator, 30 is the denominator. 24 is less than 30. So it comes under a proper fraction. When you take 30 by 24, it comes under improper fraction. Coming to mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is nothing but when you divide the proper fraction, you will get mixed fraction. So if you take 4 by 6, we will write 4 as the divisor, 6 as the dividend. You will write 4 ones are 4, 2. Right. So any fraction 1, 2 by 4, for example, let me tell you, this is a mixed fraction. So what is a mixed fraction? Whenever a fraction has a whole number, so 1 is a whole number here. Whenever a fraction has whole number and fraction also, so here 1 is a whole number, 2 by 4 is a fraction. Whenever a fraction has a whole number and a fraction, it is known as mixed fraction. It should have both whole number and a fraction. Coming to the equivalent fraction, what is meant by equivalent fraction? Whenever you take two fractions, for example, let me take 2 by 6 and let me take 3 by 9. So if I cancel them, what I will get? 2 ones are, 2 threes are. So I can write 2 by 6 as 1 by 3. And when I cancel, this is 3 ones are, 3 threes are 9. And 3 by 9 can be written as 1 by 3. Whenever two fractions when cancelled will be in same form, here 1 by 3, 1 by 3. So those two fractions, that is 2 by 6 and 3 by 9, are known as equivalent fractions. So students, what is meant by equivalent fraction? Whenever if you cancel out two fractions, you get the same answer. Here I got 1 by 3 in both cases. When you get the same answer, then it is known as, both of them are known as equivalent fractions. Okay? So we have one more kind of fraction also, which is known as unit fraction. Now what is meant by unit fraction? Whenever any fraction has 1 as its numerator, then that fraction is known as unit fraction. It might be 1 by 7, 1 by 100, 1 by 1, 1 by 24, anything. When a fraction has 1 as its numerator, means 1 should be its upper part, that is numerator. When a fraction has 1 as its numerator, then that particular fraction is known as unit fraction. Okay children? Now let us see how to convert improper fraction to mixed fraction and mixed fraction to improper fraction. So students, 5 by 3 is a improper fraction. Why? Because remember that what I told you improper fraction is any fraction that has numerator, when the numerator of a fraction is greater than the denominator, it is known as the improper fraction. Here the numerator is 5. It is greater than the denominator, which is 3. So it is known as, this 5 by 3 is improper fraction. Okay. So now how to convert this improper fraction into a mixed fraction? Let us see that now. First of all, whenever I have fraction where I'll be having 5 as the numerator and 3 as the denominator, right? So numerator is equal to 5, denominator is equal to 3. Now what I will do whenever I should do this in a division form is I will write the denominator, means in this case denominator is 3. 3 will become the divisor. The numerator, which is 5, will become the dividend. So now if you write like this, then I can do 3 ones are 3, 2 will be the remainder. Now what you need to do is, as I told you, what is meant by mixed fraction? It should have a whole number, and this is an example of mixed fraction. This is just an example, okay? It should have a whole number, also it should have a fraction. That is known as mixed fraction. Okay, so now how to convert this improper fraction into mixed fraction is our question. You have to do the division and just put it like this, so that 1 will become the whole number. Remember that always this quotient will become the whole number. So 1 is the whole number in the mixed fraction, and this remainder which is left over will become the numerator, and this divisor which is there will become the denominator. This is the mixed fraction of 5 by 3. You can write 2 by 3 is equal to 5 by 3. Both are equal now. First, to convert improper fraction into a mixed fraction, what you should do, children? First, you should find out the numerator and denominator. Okay? Then, you should take the denominator as the divisor, and you should take the numerator as the dividend of a division. After you do division, you will get one remainder. After doing this process, what you need to do next? The quotient which you will get after doing the division will be the whole number in the mixed fraction. Okay? And here the remainder that you get will become the numerator. Will become the numerator. The divisor which you have will become the denominator. Students, one thing that you need to remember here is, both the denominators of improper fraction and mixed fraction will be same. Remember that. Okay. And now let us see how to convert the mixed fraction into improper fraction. I will take this same example. I am going to take the same example for showing you how to convert a mixed fraction into a improper fraction. A mixed fraction into improper fraction. Now what you need to do is, first you need to multiply this denominator with the whole number, and you should add that answer to the numerator. I know you will be confused, so let me just tell you. First I told you to multiply the denominator into the whole number. First you have to multiply. So 3 into 1. For the product that you get here, you need to add the numerator. So what is 3 into 1? 3 into 1 is 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. Whatever answer you get here, you should put it as the numerator, and I told you, what should you put as the denominator? The same denominator. Did I get the same answer? So I got 5 by 3 only, right? I got 5 by 3. So how to convert a mixed fraction into improper fraction? First, you need to multiply the denominator of the mixed fraction and the whole number, that is 1 in this case. After multiplying them, you should add. For the product, for the answer you get after multiplication, you should add the numerator. I am adding 2 because in this case 2 is the numerator. After doing that, I got the answer as 5. Now the answer that you get will be the numerator of the improper fraction. Whereas, what is the denominator? the same denominator will be there. Understood how to convert improper fraction to mixed fraction and mixed fraction to improper fraction? I guess you have understood. Now students, let us see the addition and subtraction of fractions. So students, if you see, first I am going to tell you how to add the, let us put this as subtraction, how to add and subtract the like fractions. What is meant by like fraction? When two or more fractions have the same denominator, then they are known as like fraction. So first let us try to do the addition and subtraction of like fractions. Then we will go for unlike fractions. Okay, so the first question, if you see, 2 by 3 plus 4 by 3 is how much? Now, when you get same denominators, when you get the addition or subtraction of the like fraction, then you should simply add the numerators and you should put the same denominator. Okay, what you need to do? You should simply add the numerator. You should not add 3 plus 3 in the denominator. Only you should add the numerator, that is 2 here, 4 here. You should add both of them and put the same denominator. 2 plus 4 is 6 by 3. I should not add 2 plus 4 divided by 3 plus 3, which is wrong. Only you should add the numerator and you should keep the denominator same. Okay, coming to the next question, both the denominators of this are same, so they are like fractions. So I will add the numerators and I will keep the denominator same, which is 10 by 9. Okay, coming to the next one, it is a subtraction symbol. If you see, it is subtraction. Okay, so both the denominators are same, so they are like fractions. Here we are adding when it is addition. When it is subtraction, you should subtract, divided by 12. So what is 24 minus 11? It is 13. 13 by 12 is the answer. This is how you will add and subtract the like fractions. Now let us learn how to add and subtract the unlike fractions. Okay. So students, if you just see here, we have 3 and 5 as the denominators of the two fractions. How should I add them? Because they are unlike fractions, they have different denominators, so they are unlike fractions. How should I add them? First thing what I need to do is, I need to take the LCM of the denominators. So, if we are having like fractions, if we are having both like fractions, then you can just simply add the denominators and put the add the numerators. For example, if you have 2 by 3 plus 4 by 3 as we saw now, you should add simply the numerators and you should keep the denominators same, right? You should do like this when you have the denominators as same, that is you have like fractions. But if you don't have like fractions, you have unlike fractions, you need to take the LCM of the denominators. So what is the LCM for 3 and 5? The LCM for 3 and 5 is 15. I told you how you need to calculate the LCM. I already told you how you need to calculate the LCM. So we will take 3 here, 5 here. 3 ones are, because 5 is not divisible by 3 as it is, and 1. So here we have got both as 1. So 3 into 5. LCM is equal to 3 into 5, which is equal to 15. Okay, we got the 15 as LCM of 3 and 5. Now what you need to do is 2 by 3. You should put into symbol here and 15 here. Just follow the process. Once you will practice n number of problems, once you will practice more and more number of problems, you will know how to do this. But for now, you just follow the steps that I am telling you over here. You have to write 2 by 3 fraction. So I am taking the first fraction 2 by 3. I am writing it like that. I am putting multiplication symbol. I am writing like this. As you see on the board, I am writing like this. Now, with what if I multiply 3, I will get 15. If I multiply 3 with 5, I will get 15. After you get this, you should multiply the same with the numerator also. You should multiply with the numerator also. Now what is 2 5s are? 2 5s are is 10. Okay. So I will go to the next one, which is 4 by 5 into you don't know the numerator, but you know the denominator. Okay, so with what I should multiply 5 in order to get 15? With 3. What you need to do is put the same 3 in the numerator. 4 3s are 12. Now if you observe, 10 by 15 and 12 by 15, both of them are like fractions. So whenever you are given two like fractions, you will add them directly. But whenever you are given two unlike fractions, means the denominators are different, what you should do? You should first convert them into the like fractions and you should solve the problem. How will you convert them into like fractions? By finding out the LCM and doing this simple process. Okay. Now I got 10 by 15 plus 12 by 15, which is equal to, I told you, when we have the same denominators for 2 or 3 fractions, then we should add the denominator and keep the we should add the numerator and keep the denominator same. After doing this process, what is 10 plus 12? It is 22. 22 by 15 is the answer for this question. Means 2 by 3 plus 4 by 5 is equal to 22 by 15. Okay, so this is how you will add two unlike fractions. Okay. So students, the next question is 8 by 3 minus 2 by 6. First, we observe that there are different denominators. So first, we need to convert them into same denominator. That is like fractions. So what is the LCM for 3 and 6? It is 6. How we got 6 as the LCM for 3 and 6? Because if you just do the LCM process you see here, you will get the LCM as 6. Now I should write 8 by 3 multiplication, and as I have got the LCM, you copy the same LCM in the denominator of this. What I should multiply with 3 in order to get 6? 3 2s are 6. So you have to write the same 2 in the numerator also. What is 8 2s are? 16. 2 by 6, which is equal to 6 1s are 6, and same number in the numerator also. So what you need to do now is 16 by 6 minus 2 by 6. I told you when we have the same. First in the question they have given two different denominators. We have converted them into like fractions, means same denominators. Now when you have like fractions, you should just subtract, because here it is subtraction in my case. So 16 minus 2 by same denominator. What is 16 minus 2? 16 minus 2 is nothing but 14 by 6. So therefore 8 by 3 minus 2 by 6 is equal to 14 by 6. Understood, children? So students, we have completed what are fractions, what are the types of fractions. We have completed the addition and subtraction of like and unlike fractions. Both we have seen, right? So now what we are going to do is we are going to learn about decimals, their types and different topics related to decimals also. Are you ready? So let us see now what are meant by decimals. What are decimals? Now students, decimals are a form of fractions only. So if you write 1 by 2, here I told you this is the numerator, this is the denominator, and now I should do it like this, and when you divide it I will get 0.0. Right, so this is how you need to do. So I can write 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5 also. This process you don't worry children, I will explain it to you later. But for now, what you need to focus is the special form of fractions. Decimals are also fractions, but they are the special form of fractions. Decimals are special form of fractions. Okay, so we can write 1 by 2, that is a fraction, as 0.5 in the decimal form. Okay, don't worry how to just convert these fractions into decimals, decimals into fraction. I will explain you that also, but for now you focus what are meant by decimals. You will have a point in the decimals. This is known as the decimal point. Okay, so students, if you take a decimal, for example, I am going to take 25.43 for example. This okay, 1 minute. 25.43, this 25 which is there, that is known as whole number part. That is known as what? That is known as whole number part or integral part. Whereas the numbers after the decimals are known as decimal part. They are known as the decimal part. This point which is there, this dot which is there, is known as decimal point. It is known as decimal point. So what? The numbers before, the digits which are there before the decimal point are known as whole number part or integral part, and the digits which are there after the decimal point are known as the decimal part. That is, this part is known as the decimal part. Okay. So students, if you just see, let us now study the decimals place value chart. In the decimals place value chart, as I told you the whole numbers representation in the previous class also, we have ones, tens, hundreds before the decimal point. Whereas after the decimal point, in the decimal part, we have tens, tenths, you have THs, not only tens. Here it is tens. Here you have TH, okay. Tens, hundreds, thousands, okay. THs will be added at the end of the decimal part. This is the decimals place value chart, which is very, very important. Okay. So students, now let us study the comparison of decimals. How to compare the decimals. If you just see here, I have two here. First, what we need to check? We need to check number of digits. Before the decimal point, I have 2. Here also before the decimal point, I have 2. Okay, so both are equal. Now, I should check the place. That is, I have 2 here, 2 only here. So, both are equal now also. I have 3 here. I have 3 here. Both are equal now. And let me see after the point. After the point, here I have 3 digits. I have 3 digits over the point. Now, here I can just tell I have 7 over here, I have 7 over here. Okay, again I have 3, so till now both are same. Here coming to this point I have 6, whereas here I have 4. So which is smaller? Which is smaller? This is smaller because 4 is smaller than 6. So this, this symbol will be put here. This 23.736 is greater than 23.734. Children, one important point that I'd like to tell to all of you is never ever read this as 23.736. That is wrong. You should read decimals as this whole number part. You can read as it is how you are reading. But coming to decimal part, you should read it like 23.736. This one as 23.734. You should not read it as 23.736, 23.734. That is wrong. You should not read like that. You should read it as, you must read it as 23.736, 23.734. Okay. So students, we have the types of decimals. Let us study the types of decimals. So we have two types of decimals mainly. The first one is terminating decimals. Second one is non-terminating decimals. So for examples of terminating decimals, we have 36.1234. That's it. I'll tell you the difference, but first let me tell you the examples. For non-terminating is so students, if you just see here, for the terminating decimals, I have given 36.1234 as the example. Terminating decimals means the decimal part, the digits in the decimal part will stop after some time. They will end after some time. It will not continue. They will end after some time. Coming to non-terminating decimals. The digits after the decimals will be going on till infinity. They will never end. They will be going till infinity. Okay. I am telling you again. Terminating decimals means they will stop. They will have an end to them. They will have an end to them. Till one particular point only there will be the decimals. Whereas non-terminating means the decimal of the point after decimal digits after the decimal point will be going on till infinity. Okay. Again, in the non-terminating decimals, we have few more in the non-terminating decimals, we have two types again. So, what are the two types in the non-terminating decimals? What are the two types? First one is the recurring and second one is non-recurring. Now, what is meant by recurring and non-recurring? Recurring means, let me take 36.121212 so on. So what will happen is the recurring decimals means they will be continuing till infinity. The digits after the decimal point will be continuing till infinity. But what is different in this is the same numbers will be repeating. If you see 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2, same numbers will be repeating again and again. So instead of putting these so on symbol, you can write 36.12 bar. 12 bar means this bar, whole bar, right? So 12 bar means this number only is repeating for many times till infinity. Instead of writing all these, you can just write 36.12 bar. Coming to non-recurring decimals, if you just see, it is the decimals where there will be different kinds of things. I mean different kinds of things, in the sense different numbers will be there. Same numbers will not repeat again and again. There will be different patterns of numbers. But also this is also going till infinity. Okay. So in the types of decimals, first we have terminating and non-terminating. Terminating means the decimals which will end after some point. After 4 digits, 5 digits, it will end. Non-terminating means they will not end. They will be going till infinity. Okay. Coming to non-terminating, again we have two types in non-terminating. One is the recurring decimals, the other one is the non-recurring decimals. Under the recurring decimals means the same numbers will be repeating again. Okay, 1 2 1 2 1 2. It will be repeating so on till infinity. So to represent that, instead of writing all these many times, we can write 36.12 bar. Bar here represent it is going, the same number is going on till infinity. Coming to non-recurring, the decimals are infinitively going, but they will not repeat themselves. Here if we see in recurring, the same numbers are repeating again and again and again. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 so on till infinity in recurring. But non-recurring, it is not like that. Different numbers will make the same pattern of numbers will not come in non-recurring. So I guess every one of you are clear with the types of decimals. Okay. Now let us see how to convert decimals into fractions and fractions into decimals. So students, for example, we have 8 by 3. 8 by 3 is a fraction because it has the numerator, it has the denominator. Now, if you just see, we know that 8 by 3 is a fraction. 8 by 3 is a fraction. Okay. So now how to convert this fraction into decimals? First, I told you the denominator will be the divisor. The numerator will be the dividend. When you divide, 3 2s are 6. 3 2s are, it will be 6 and 2 will be remaining. You should put a point because you don't have any number to get down. You don't have any number to get down. So you should put a point and add a 0. Here if we have 81 like this, then you can write 3 2s are 6 and 22 is a remainder, 21. So 7 3s are 21, 0. But here you don't have any number to get down. When you don't have any number to get down, you should put a point and you should add a 0 to the remainder. Now, I can write 6 3s are 18 here because 7 3s are 21. It is more than 20. So 6 3s are 18. Again the remainder is 2. Now you have already put point. So again no need to put point. You can just add 0. 6 3s are 18. Again the remainder is 2. Again you will add 0. 6 3s are 18. Again the remainder is 0. It means that the same remainder is coming, same numbers are coming after the decimal. So I already told you, instead of writing 2.6666 so on till infinity like this, you can just write 2.6 bar. So you can write 8 by 3, which is a fraction, is equal to 2.6 bar. This is how we will convert a fraction into a decimal form. Okay. So students, now let us see the addition and subtraction of decimals. So this is my first question, children. 23.683 plus 345.62. How to add them? First 23.683, then 345.620. Here I don't have any number. So if I put 0 or if I don't have 0, both are same. Okay. So I will put 0 here. Now they told me to add them. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 8 plus 2 is 10. So 0 here, 1 here. This will become 13. Here point is there. So put a point. This will become 9. This will become 6 and 3. So 23.683 plus 345.62 is equal to 369.303. Okay. So children, the next question is 1054.63 minus 623.21. So if you just see here, 1054.63 minus 623.21. Here you have to do the subtraction. 3 minus 2 is 3 minus 1 is 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. 4 minus 3 is 1. 5 minus 2 is 3. You will just do it like this. You get like, you will get 10 here and 4. So 1054.63 minus 623.21 is equal to 431.42. So children, here what you need to understand in the addition and subtraction of decimals is, first you have to place them according to their decimal places. Then you have to add and subtract as usual. The method you follow normally, you can just use that only. Okay. So that's all for today's class, children. So in this class we have covered fractions, their types, addition and subtraction of fractions, decimals, decimal place value chart, comparison, how to compare the decimals, the types of decimals. Also we have seen how to convert the fractions into decimals, and we have also seen the addition or the addition and subtraction of decimals. Right, children? So that's all for today's class, children. Thank you for attending the session, and you will be given a worksheet. Please try to complete that worksheet.